Well, I just now looked. Yeah, they're congregating so heavy that. Hi, my name's Jim. Uh, that yeah, another day I decided I'm gonna put on my goggles because I'm going up in there and feeding them, and they're all bouncing off my face and my eyelashes, and I'm going, I keep doing this. It's just a matter of time. They're gonna get me the eyeball again. Might be strike three. I don't know. I might lose my sight. That's not fun. Would be. And so I just now fed them some more hot syrup. So kind of like hot cocoa. Right. So um, they didn't come out today until 2:30, maybe 2:35. There's this little scout. She comes out. She looks around. Still below 40. Little weather forecaster girl, right? Kind of like Groundhog's Girl. And so I come out periodically to check on them to see if they're out because I want to give them hot syrup when they come out. So they can feed quickly and go in quickly. So they don't have to be out in this cold. It's only about 40, right? So give them hot syrup as much as they want. Here you go. Give them as much as they can handle, as fast as they can, and get their butt back in the hive. There you go. So they are doing another navigational flight. Pretty confident because they're going up in the sky and then coming back down, going up, coming down. And so I'm just going to open this port a little bit more. Excuse me, girls. There you go. And so I can always tell when they're doing a navigational flight because, oh, okay, because they're up there. They go out. They kind of stay right here, and then they come in and they go out a little further. So that area kind of fills up with girls that are circling. A forager, she's just going to come out and take off. She's going to go straight to wherever she thinks the source is. Right now, the source is right over here and right there. So, but these new girls that are coming out, they don't know that. So these new girls are coming out. They've come out every day this month, January 2026. Every day, except for maybe I think there was 3 cold days that they said, weather forecaster says, everybody hunker in, eat some hot syrup, honey. And so, yeah, they're just buzzing around right here, up and down, further out. So they're orientating, and once they're done orientating, then they're going to come to these sugar spots that I have for them. But they need to know where to, come back to that hive. So it's instinctive for the new girls, who used to be nursing bees, for them to just come out and orientate. Right, do a little orientation dance, and then go, okay, I'm gonna go look for something. and that's what's happening. So my hunch is that this swarm hive that I got here, she started laying around into the first week of December, like a lot, and so came January, I started seeing lots of orientation flights for the first time. This particular girl, since I caught this swarm last May, 2025, what she did from the time that I caught her, she would lay for about 4 days, 3 or 4, because I would see like navigational flights for 3 or 4 days, and then nothing for like 3 weeks. So one time it was a month. I go, did they die in there? Is she dead? Nothing happening, right? There were some bees coming in and out, but nothing was happening. And all of a sudden, 3 or 4 days, more navigational flights. So I saw her, I noticed her pattern, and I went, oh, after about 6 months of observing her pattern, I went, that's the girl I want. She's going to become my favorite girl of all time. Because by doing that, taking those 3-week breaks, keeps the varroa mite count low, if not at 0. In fact, for 6 months, that hive stayed 0 count varroa mites. It's nothing, right? I think there was a couple of scragglers on my observational panel, but they were dark, so they were already out, and so they were mature. So they just probably got on one of my girls from another hive or somewhere else, or my infested hive, and got on one of my girls, and my girls knocked it off or something, and there it was on my panel. And then I would go for months and not see another varroa mite, right? So she manages varroa mites and infections very well. It's like I'm kind of proud of her, you know. I'm proud of my girl. She does it perfect, right? And so what she decided to do, and the hive itself. Now the queen is not in charge. The hive is, and the hive will make a decision based on what the queen is doing. Oh, you can do that. Oh, you're amazing. Yeah, let's. we're gonna go ahead and start, you know, prepping this hive for early splits. So she started. Likely they coaxed her to, because the beehive, it's a democracy, so the majority decides what happens in the hive. And the queen, if she doesn't do what she's told, when she's told, or she's not laying queens at the times that they expect, or the frequency or the quantity, they'll take her out. Yeah, she does what she's told. And so, so she's been laying eggs since then. And I have seen a navigational flight come out every single day, except for 3 cold days. Today would have been almost a third one. I came out here to check on them at noon, maybe give them some hot syrup, equivalent to hot cocoa. Here's some hot cocoa, get you started. And yeah, I just periodically came out and checked, and I didn't see nothing coming out until 2:30. Yeah, when I would come out, I'd see one girl, she'd be peeking her nose out. Maybe she would walk around the front a little bit. Nah, go back in. You know, once it hit that 40 degrees, they came out. So by feeding them quickly like this, like I'm doing now, hot syrup, they can absorb it quickly. They don't go into like, oh, I can't get this. Kind of like, you know, you buy a Slurpee, you drink it too fast because it's cold. Well, bees are like that. They can go into even hypothermia and just kind of sit there until I rescue them. You know, and heat them up. I've taken thousands of them and put them in my hand when I seen that kind of scenario. I put my 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. Do that until I started feeling moving around. Then I would take them and put them right in front of the entry of the hive. Thousands I did like that until I got stung right on my lip. I'm rescuing you. You bite me. You sting me on my lip. Say what? So I think that happened twice, and I stopped doing that. A couple thousand bees later. I'm just that way. Empathy, right? Empathy. And so, yeah, I should have had a tube or something. Had them in a container. Actually, I started doing it like that afterwards. Keep my lips away from their butts. Oh, shoot. That was okay though. I look at stuff like that as a learning experience. If it ain't gonna kill me, yeah, I'm gonna see how it works. I ain't gotta lose a limb or something. Nothing tragic is gonna happen. Nothing long-term bad. See how it goes. Explore this aspect of life out of curiosity. I'm that way. I don't think it's gonna really hurt me. I'm all in. And there you go. And they are just feeding up a storm. So the sooner I can get them fed, the faster, the sooner they can go in. Because today is going to be a really short day for them. They only got like about 40 minutes of window time before it gets too cold again. So they're going to be able to take all this hot honey, hot cocoa honey, without the cocoa, and get in there and store some more. Yeah, build some more babies. Yeah, because what they'll do is they'll take this sugar syrup and they'll take some pollen and make some royal jelly and keep that queen fed, drop little drops inside the cells where the queen lays the eggs, a little bit of royal jelly. Each one gets some royal jelly. Look at it as kind of the yolk of an egg, right? The powerhouse. And that kick starts the larvae, and then once the larvae gets to a certain size, they cap it with some bee bread, which is a mixture of pollen and syrup. And there you go. And that's kind of my day. Please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave a comment, click the like. It's free of charge. But I don't know I'm thinking if you don't do that, they might charge you. I'm not sure. And so, yeah, smooth day today. Yeah, I watched the Bronco game. Didn't end well. Oh well, maybe next year. Yeah, both my teams lost. Didn't make it all the way to the championship. The Oregon Ducks and the Denver Broncos. Okay, well, I just wanted to drop a line of what's going on today. Yeah, the girls came out. There was this one girl kept coming out like the groundhog. Back in for the winter. Back in for now. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, they're still out pretty heavy. Here they are, still going at it. And it feels like it's below 40 now. Those feeding troughs have worked out so perfect. Each strip is a feeding trough. They just love it. They get a little privacy while they're feeding. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, they're not going to navigate very long today because it's a cold one, Mr. Tips. Or was that Grinch? I think it's Grinch. Yeah. Now I was going to say one thing. I used to be a person. I hardly ever giggled that much, laughed, smiled. I always felt miserable. Really, didn't really care, I guess. And after I got onto my health kick, it's like my brain's laughing all the time. You folks are saying, "Boy, he just laughs too much. He's too happy." Right. That's in my brain. That's how my brain is. Before it was like, and I behaved a lot like that. I just didn't care. Grumpy, overweight, lethargic, tired all the time, sleepy all the time, eating all that processed food. And that's not the case anymore. It's like my brain is just humming, a really nice kind of hum, and it's in there like it's always got that emoji smile in there, right? And it's passing it on to me, going, "You always want me to smile." Say what? Right? And my whole body feels like that, right? Just humming. Never felt like this in my entire life, ever. Right? From the field to the table only. I grow most of my food. And the only time I buy anything is like whole grains. I will buy roasted nuts. Roasted nuts, I think, are safer because there's a fungus that can get into the shelled ones, and they can be toxic over time, build up, inflammation in the body, and so but I don't allow them to put in. I don't buy any nuts that have anything on them. Right? No salt, no nothing. It's just roasted peanuts, just like I would do them. Right? I would do the same way. Roast them, put them on a tray, put them in the oven, and roast them. So I buy roasted nuts. I buy roasted chopped almonds. I buy dried, air-dried cranberries. I buy walnuts. I buy whole. They're just their shells have been removed, but they're not cooked or anything. They've just been cracked and then sold like that. So I buy walnuts. I buy hazelnuts and sunflower seeds. Now, when I'm talking here, there's nothing on these things. These are just from the field. I let them do all the cracking. I let them do any roasting if I want them roasted, and I buy them like that. And that's the only processing I allow myself to consume. Right? It's still whole foods. It's not like broken down and mixed in stuff, right? It's still fairly whole foods. And so I mix that all together, along with some dark chocolate chips, and that's my trail mix. And that's what I use. That's my potato chips. When I want a snack, that's my snack. I eat them almost every day, if not every day. Right? Just a little jar, like a half a cup or a cup. That's my snack, like popcorn. I do that too. Chocolate popcorn. I make chocolate popcorn. Throw a few roasted nuts in there. There's a few almond nuts in there. Chopped up almond nuts. Yeah, that's my like snack. Homemade popcorn, dark chocolate. Melt it with some. I melt it first, and then I put some olive oil, virgin olive oil. Mix it in there. Make a little bit runny instead of butter. Pour it on there, and it tastes great. And so, yeah, that's why I laugh a lot. I can't help it. My brain is just so. It's got so many smiley emojis around in there. I can't help it. It's like I couldn't be a frowny person if I tried. 8 years ago would have been easy. 7 years ago, I no more. I can't be unhappy. My brain won't let me. So, anyway, bees are doing great. Health is great. I used to be on 12 medications when I was overweight. Yeah, experiencing health issues that didn't seem right. And left all that processed food behind, all of it. And now I'm on zero medication. And the reason why I'm on zero is because the doctors go, "You're weird." They literally use the word weird. They call me weird, right? Because they don't see that someone, even at 30 years old, most people are already on getting old medicine. People getting old because of all the processed food that's keeping those inflammatory markers high, probably since their birth, right? And it keeps them up high, and they end up having metabolic diseases where they need to get on medication like high blood pressure, diabetes, excessive cholesterol, which could clog the arteries. The way to look at cholesterol is you've got a one-way highway, and if you've got a bunch of stuff coming down that one-way highway at a certain level, it manages just fine. When you got too many things going down that highway at the same time, pushing against each other, like trying to pass each other, and yeah, you get too much of that kind of cholesterol vehicles, it'll press against the veins and start accumulating. So you want a certain balance of cholesterol mixed in with your platelets, so that it's all cool. And so, yeah, blood pressure is also a major thing, right? High cholesterol and high blood pressure, boom, damn, double an enemy. It is an enemy, an enemy to your veins, right? Presses those, especially those LP little a cholesterol particles. Man, they're like torpedoes. You get that high cholesterol and you get that high LP little a cholesterol particles, which is the worst ones of all, and you get that high blood pressure. It's like little torpedoes going into the veins. Then they start grabbing the other more normal sized cholesterols, and the next thing you know, you got narrowing of the arteries. It's the #1 killer on planet Earth, right? Yeah, excessive cholesterol, high blood pressure. #1 killer above all other diseases, vascular disease. Yeah, and it can be avoided. If you go to a doctor, you get checked. They'll see what your metabolic system's doing. What your epidemiology levels are, as far as all the stuff. Your cholesterol, what kinds of cholesterol, your blood pressure, your kidneys, what they're doing, whether it's fatty liver or not, or yeah, your prostate, your everything. Yeah, I order a ApoB lipoprotein test every year. The only reason why I see a doctor is because I request. I have to see a doctor ordinary to get the test done, because the VA won't give it to me. They won't, because I read my own tests. I don't rely on what a doctor says. I know what I'm looking for. I enjoy biological scientific research, and I research the causality of the aging process, and anything that I can do to eliminate inflammatory markers and therefore senescent cell accumulation, the healthier I'm going to feel. The emojis in my brain, they agree, right? And so, yeah, I do my own evaluations of everything. When I get an X-ray or MRI or something, I choose to look at the MRI and the X-ray myself. I know where the area. I know exactly where the area is. I know exactly what I'm looking for uh, in that area, and I know how it should look and how it should not look, and so, um, and I know how long I've been maybe suffering from that pain in that area or something, and so yeah, personal accountability and personal responsibility. That's what I do. Yeah. One time I ever really need a doctor is, yeah, you need to sew that finger back on. That table saw got right in the way. Something like that, a broken limb or something, or some sort of surgery for something that I can't do myself. Stitches. Yeah, but as far as diagnosing something, I'm in charge there. I'll make the decision based on the data, based on the highest level empirical information I can get my hands on, and I'll make the decision. Right. I had a person that was going to do a neurosurgeon was going to do surgery on my spine, and I said, because I had a herniated disc last summer, and I started thinking, I'm going to do some. I examined my spinal column. I looked at a normal spinal column. I compared the two, and I seen where the problem was, and I isolated the area. And I did intense physical therapy every day, 8 times a day, until I was back to running and working out hard, and so I requested the neurosurgeon to do another MRI and more extensive multiple X-rays, better angle ones, because she was just going to go do the surgery. I said, no, we need to do something else. I think I've done a few things that's changed something. But so she reordered all those tests, and I got a call back 5 days later, and she goes, your spine looks really good, especially for someone your age. Keep it up. She at the time when I had the herniated disc, she wanted to do 2 separate surgeries. Going to take me 5 to 10 years to possibly fully heal. I was thinking, oh, somehow that just can't happen. I'm too busy. I got too much stuff on my plate. And so, personal accountability, personal responsibility. I did my own physical therapy and healing. I didn't take no things like, I didn't take nothing. No, I did physical therapy. Didn't take no medications, nothing. No inflammatory stuff, no ibuprofen. I did take ibuprofen until I felt the swelling was down in my herniated disc. And then once I went, okay, I think that's gone. Now I just need physical therapy for rehabilitate my nerves and realign my spinal column. And so then I got off that ibuprofen as soon as I could. And I haven't been on any of that since. Nothing, right? Natural healing through physical therapy, kind of like yoga. It's kind of like yoga movements, very much like. I'll do a podcast of that on my morning exercise routine. I have a podcast in my playlist where I do certain physical therapy kind of things and certain morning workout routines, and yeah, I'll do something like that. Show how I rehabilitated myself. Now, of course, not every injury is the same. We have to be able to evaluate our own injuries and see what the plausibility of certain things we can do to resolve our personal, unique injury. Understand our own injury. Don't compare it with somebody else's. That's not a good idea. We're not clones. We need to understand ourselves. Okay, I guess they're starting to go in now. They've only been out for about an hour, and I just wanted to drop a little info. I guess I have. All right. Yeah. So, girls are doing good. So I'll keep you updated on those of you who are interested on how I'm going to do my splits. I think I'm going to go ahead and end up using that Chinese scooper. I forgot the name of it. What I choose to do is get the generality concept of something. I don't care about remember all those jibber jabber words, ergle fergle nurgle burgle kind of stuff. No, I choose to, because that's too much information. That's too much data. We have to remember all the words and all the spelling and of all these different topics, because I choose to know I choose to know a little bit about a lot of things, a lot of things. And if I just focus a lot on just one thing and memorizing all the words and all the, you know, and all in my SSI, PPI kind of stuff, right? I'm more of a conceptualization kind of person. Get the concept, and move on to another totally different topic. Vermiculture, okay, go from hydroponics to vermiculture without a thought, because I don't have all these words and things that I have to cycle through my head to try to remember. Get the picture, move on. Take a click, and off I go. Right? Put the picture in my back pocket, maybe throw it into the box in the closet with the rest of the pictures. Right? That's how I do it. I try not to overfocus. Too much time is spent on overfocusing, and many times we go right past the biggest picture of all. That aha moment, we go, I was overthinking that. I was putting too much effort in that. In my brain, anyway. All right. Girls are doing great. You have a great day, great evening. Good day.